Traditionally, Detroit has been the first one of the big auto shows. The sun is shining, the weather is marvelous, but it is freezing cold, and in the Cobo Hall there is a lot to see. The police are making sure that I can cross the street quickly, so let us go in. Ford stand now. Ford, of course, is from Detroit, meaning that they are on home turf here, which is clear to see. A huge stand, many new things, and some hot stuff going on here. I'm not talking about Cameron, but this car here behind us. And what else is there to see? The American Golf, of course. Let us have a look. That's the one, the American Golf. I can hear you say, this is a huge car, but you have to know that the Ford S-150, for example, by Texan standards, is something like a Golf. It is so common that people say, this is a practical car, very flexible. I get a lot for my money. So this huge car is just as normal here as is a Golf back home. It is something totally normal and not seen as an oversized car, as it would be in Europe. Cadillac is a typical American brand. For now, I should add, because Cadillac has announced that they want to further compete in Europe against famous names like Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. Looking at it this way, this could be happening here with a new CTS V. By the way, the V version is still the sports model. I would like to see this one more often in Germany. It is really a very cool car. This is a brand that we do not see often back home. Infiniti is the name of the brand. You might have heard it every now and then. It is huge in America. Many have asked if this one here is the new Q60, but the answer is negative. It is just a concept car. Of course, this has been the most photographed car of the show, second only to Lisbeth, maybe. She told me that she has come all the way from Philadelphia to check out this car, a very popular name here in America. In Germany, not yet, but who knows, maybe soon. A world premiere relevant to both continents. This is the new GLE by Mercedes, an SUV which has to be unveiled at the North American Auto Show in Detroit, of course, because Americans love cars like this one. However, it is going to be an important car also in Europe, so Mercedes is marching full speed ahead. There are many different models. This one is especially important, so let us take a closer look. This is the one, the new BMW 6. All three chassis variants are brand new demonstrations here in Detroit. For the Americans, this is a car which they would love to drive if they could afford it. It is also available in quite spectacular colors, like the so-called Austin Yellow, and it has to be said that they are really popular, making the cars even easier to see. Now here we have a typically American brand, Alfa Romeo. Wait a moment, you might be thinking, that's an Italian brand. That's right, but Alfa Romeo, just like Fiat, has a partnership with Chrysler, which is one of the most known American brands. And as the U.S. economy is doing just fine at the moment, the Chrysler brand is selling serious amounts of cars. You might not be able to say the same about Alfa Romeo just yet, but maybe the Americans will be infected with a bit of Italian passion soon. This young lady has the potential for sure. Now we have a short moment where there are not so many people standing around this car. This is the new Audi Q7, a car which is celebrating its global premiere here in Detroit. This car has provoked enthusiastic reactions already on day one. It was always completely surrounded by people, so let us have a quick look now. That's what it looks like, the new big SUV by Audi. I'll step aside quickly now because there are already people waiting again. This here is a very well-known brand too. Yeah, also with this one here, my little friend. But now we have arrived in the Porsche zone. Porsche has, apart from the Panamera, a car which is tremendously popular here in America, totally new, a world premiere. And we will take a look at it now. And our little friend, we'll just leave him here. Here it is, the brand new Porsche 911 Targa. The name alone is enough to give Porsche fans goose pimples. Having said that, it is currently snowing outside on the streets of Detroit, so with the roof closed, you won't get goose pimples. Ellie is from Detroit, and she would be delighted to sit inside such a car, because I know that she would feel right at home there, being a huge Porsche fan. Well, the new Targa, having its world premiere here, is quite a sight. The Americans are real Porsche freaks. Let's see, Helly, could this be the new car which you will be cruising through Detroit in soon?
I would love for this to be my new car. Would love it.
Then the only one thing is missing, the summer in Michigan. This here is the beginning of a story which will only start to happen in 2016. That will be the year of VW's largest SUV offensive ever. This here is the first preview of a mid-sized SUV, which means that it is still a prototype, but visually a very appealing car. If you look at the lines of the cars, they look like they've been cut with a laser, which makes this car so very special. And of course, check out the label here on the front, Cross Coupe GTE. GTE, as we know already from the Golf GTE, these are plug-in hybrid cars, and that is what is hidden under the bonnet here, which I am not able to lift right now. Under the bonnet, we would find no less than 360 bhp. Well, let us wait until 2016, and we will know exactly how many bhp, maybe even a bit more. That's it, folks, our first tour of the year's first auto show in Detroit. We did not have time to see all cars, but quite a large number, many innovations, which shows that 2015 is going to be an exciting year for the car sector. All right, time to say goodbye for now and get to the airport as soon as possible. Let's go.